They pocket watching like okay, they trading on me like okay. The bitch I'm with go both ways, okay.
And welcome back to the Meat Sis Show. UFC Freedom 250 reaction. Bam, bam. That's double cheer and gunshot for the UFC. Dana White, Hunter Campbell, the whole organization, the entire thing. What a show. What a freaking show, dude. Man, what a show. Gaethje, declaration, independence, goes in there, just, he didn't destroy Topuria. Kind of did when you look at it, but Topuria had his moments too. Even from the first fight, Diego Garcia was trying to put up a fight. Diego, boom, Nickel, Dawkins, Ruffy, Chandler, Hokett, Lewis, O'Malley, Zahabi, Pereira, gone. Whew. And Merrick did say it. Merrick did say the southpaw stance kind of gives Pereira some trouble, and Pereira just didn't look the same to me. Looked like he had too much weight on him, and I know you heavyweight, but you don't have to be 150. I think he'd have been better being about 225, 230, maybe 240, and a little bit better shape. Just looked out of shape to me. That's just me. I don't know. He did get big. BBL didn't help. BBL didn't help, dude. What? So, but man, what a great show, dude. And just kudos to the UFC for putting this on. Kudos to President Trump. Kudos to everything about it. It was one of the best things that I've ever seen the UFC do. The Sphere was awesome. The graphics, the show of the Sphere was awesome. This was next level. This is South Lawn of the White House. President there, the walkout with Trump and Dana. Dana's cheesing like a schoolgirl. And if I can get a clip, I think I got a screenshot of it. I'll put it up on the screen right here. But anyway, we're gonna give our reaction video because they got a lot going on this week. The Saints are starting minicamp. One of the best cards UFC's had all year. Maybe one of the best events in the past couple years. That'd be up for debate. I think it was a banger though. I think it was a banger, and I think it was. I think it was one of their best events they possibly ever put on. Now, Dana White says he's got to recover financially, like we'll never see anything like this again. I believe it. That's kind of hard to do those things, and we're going to go through it fight by fight. We're going to throw up some highlights of each knockout, where I think that Gaethje actually won. We're going to throw up a little McGregor-Holloway stuff, and we also going to just kind of run it down of what we're going to be doing next. We're not sure what the next show is, but before we get started, before we get into it, this show is brought to you by and always by Ravi Shete, owner of RS Realty Group and RS Appraisal Services. Check out his info right here. Give him a call. You got any needs? You need your house appraised, you want to buy a house, you want to get a house, you want to look at a house, anything with real estate, you call our boy Ravi Shete. His information's right here, and he'll get you hooked up. So let's just get into it. Let's just go ahead and get into it. And the first fight of the night was Diego Lopez versus Steve Garcia. And we're going to throw up the highlight of Lopez knocking out Garcia right here. Garcia was giving him seemed like he was giving him a little trouble to start. He kept staying with it. He kept keeping his distance. He kept tagging him a little bit. Lopez has got a big chin, got a hard head. Lopez just looks like he's got a hard head. You look at the kid and you're like, dude, you could bounce. I bet you somebody was bouncing bricks off your head when you was a kid. But at the second round, Lopez made an adjustment, and that's one thing that we kind of talked about on the prediction show about something that Lopez didn't do very well against Volk, something that Lopez kind of maybe doesn't do very well at all is kind of make those adjustments. Well, he made that adjustment to Garcia, and Garcia found out real quick, you ain't gonna stand and bang with Lopez. And boom, that was it. Round two, 242 into the second round, Lopez KOs Garcia to start the night. And man, it was electric. And everybody kind of thought that Diego had some really, really big odds going in there. But if I remember right, look at it right here. Well, no, this was one of the closest. Diego was only minus 148. Sorry. But Diego got it done. Diego easily got it done. I'm not going to say easily, but he should have, and he did. He did. And that was that. Now, what's next for Lopez? He's got to win a couple more, and he's got to get a couple more high profile fights. The problem with Lopez is you gotta hope that Volk's not the champ anymore. I don't see you getting the title shot unless Volk isn't the champ anymore. So he's got to hope for something. I mean, he is the number 2 featherweight in the world. I would think, so it's one of those things like we're just gonna have to see it. But let's watch him just knock out Garcia right here, and it's beautiful, dude. It's beautiful, like boom, boom, oof. And Garcia thought he could stand with him, and that was it, dude. Wow, that stiff left hook, and that was. And Garcia was trying to bang, dude. Garcia was trying to bang. What a fight, though. What a fight to start off the card. When Diego Lopez is your first fight of the night, you're gonna have a banger card. Lopez is a main card guy. Big main card guy. So next up, we had Bo Nichols versus Kyle Daukaus. And Kyle he looked like he might have something in the middle. I really did not agree with this. And I say looked like he might have had something. Bo took him down almost instantly. It wasn't even crazy. I don't know why they stood him up, though. And whenever they stood him up, I just thought that, well, we're not going to see any wrestling tonight, because the referee stood them up middle of the first round, something, maybe 3 minutes into the first round. Can't quite remember. It was really odd because Bo was working. Bo had just hit him with a couple clean elbow shots on the ground, and then all of a sudden, he's a wrestler. He's not ragdolling him, but I mean he was still making damage. He had 3 minutes and 14 seconds of control time. So one thing I just didn't understand, and they stand him up. When they stood him up like that, I was like, whoa, like now will Daukaus catch him? Negative Ghost Rider. Dude, Bo stands up and within a minute knocks him clean out. Like boom, boom. He hits him with a straight left hand, and he comes back with like a little right check hook, and that was it, dude. And for people that saying Bo can't fight on his feet, Bo was doing it. But he did it there. He tried to wrestle him. I think at that point when they stood him up, I'm almost pretty sure in his mind he was like, "What are you like? What you mean?" So hey, now I'm gonna knock you out. Let's watch their little highlight right here because man, it was vicious. It was look, he kicks him, boom. That was it. It was quick like that. Hits him with the left, comes back with the right hook, bam, bam, son. And as always, enjoy the little things. Enjoy the little things in life. And that's what we're doing. And this Sunday was a little thing in life that we enjoy, baby. So moving through it, and this was my worst. The next 2 fights were the worst 2 fights on the card. Worst 2 performances. And I know people were friends of Lewis more than Chandler. All Chandler did was run away, and I was embarrassed for him. Why do you take the fight? Why do you get in there? Now, trust me, everybody knew Roofy was going to just plaster you, dude. But you come into the octagon and there was never once any, and you talk about like, oh, I'm going to show him, and I get you trying to build up the fight or whatever, but I think it's time to go home, buddy. And I'm disappointed you didn't lay down your gloves. I'm more disappointed you didn't put your gloves down in the center of the octagon after you fought than your performance when you fought, because that was just straight garbage. All he did was run. He had round one, 429 into the first round. He threw 12 total strikes. 12. I mean, Rufy had 41. He landed 3 of them. He kept, I don't know what he was doing. He'd go in like maybe he was going to try to do a takedown, like maybe he was going to do something, and then he wouldn't do it, and then he just kind of just ran in circles. I'm going to call it, he was a track star. He was definitely a track star. I didn't care for it. I just thought, I get Chandler's USA. I get this, I get that, but it was sad to see. And just like the Lewis fight that was next, it was sad to see these two legends of the sport, legends. And people say it all the time, and it's more and more true. Chandler came into the UFC way after his prime, like way, way after his prime. I think he was in WEC before that, and he was doing his thing, and then he just got to the UFC late, and by that time, it just wasn't working. It wasn't working. The talent level in the UFC is so far beyond everywhere else. He wasn't young enough. He wouldn't still had it. Now Chandler's been in some wars. Chandler will put on a show. Sunday night was not that night to put on a show. Chandler just he looked old. He looked bad. It was really embarrassing. I felt embarrassed for him. I felt that he should have laid his gloves down right there, and I don't think he should ever step into the octagon. I know he's got a big bag. I know he probably screwed himself waiting on McGregor. That 2-year layoff. He wasn't looking great to start though. He did look better against Piblet than he did against Rufy. But man, Rufy's good. Rufy's good. Now this is not a way to kind of gauge Rufy's, I guess ranking or give him some props, because I don't know. Just you don't get no bonus points. You don't get no, attaboy points for beating Michael Chandler. Not at this point in his career. I think he's 41, and I keep saying it. The days of fighting in your 40s is over. Is going to be over. These younger guys, there's so many talented younger guys. That stuff of, you having the Tito Ortizes or the I can't think of his name, but he just lost in Jake Paul's thing, Junior Dos Santos's and all these other huge. I mean, John Jones is an exception, but honestly, you put John Jones back in there now, and as old as he is, and as much as he's hurt and stuff, he's not. I don't know if he's beating these young guys. The fighting game has got young. It's got more eyeballs on it. Got more young talent coming in, and these guys are some killers, dude. They've been training since they was 5, 6 years old. They're 20, they're 21 now. They got 15, 16 years of mat experience, and they are just killing people, like, and not literally, but destroying. That mean these people are some destroyers, and that's what you're seeing now. And I don't think when you're gonna look at those tapes, and you're gonna see 41 years old, 42 years old, and all this, just like the Jim Millers, like Jim Miller's just won. The undeniable Jim Miller, he submits somebody his last one, but it has to be that there's no standing and banging no more. There's no standing and hey, we're gonna exchange anymore. Like you're gonna have to catch him slipping. You're gonna have to catch him and kind of submit him, and just something that wasn't gonna happen to Rufy. Let's put it up. Like I said, I don't know if we're gonna get dinged. I don't know if they're gonna let us keep this up, but I said whatever, dude. We got highlights, but watch in this boom spinning kick, dude, and that was kind of it. Just a couple unnecessary shots, if you ask me. And I felt bad for Chandler. No, he made a bag. Go home, my boy. Go home, my boy. Please go home. Thank you for all that you've done. Thank you for the entertainment. Just lay him down, my boy. Lay him down. Same thing with this next fight. Josh Hokett and the WWE character, dude. And you listen to him kind of talk before the fight, and he's in the pre-fight interviews, and you hear his regular voice, and he's not a he's kind of a normal guy. Like but he's funny. He's funny. Like some of the stuff gets annoying to me. Some other stuff, I'm like, okay, enough. Let them talk. Like, boom. But he's doing it, dude. He's doing his thing, and he's coming out there now. It's not one of these things where you like, oh, Hokit, he's moving up in the rankings. He beat Derek Lewis. Dude, Derek Lewis does not want to be there no more. Derek Lewis he looks like it. He talks like it. He's walking in there. He's doing this. When Derek Lewis gets in there, he's looking for one power punch, and that's it. And that's what it's going to be with Derek Lewis. He's not going in there. He says he didn't miss a training session all camp. It sure looked like you didn't go to training at all. You know what I mean? And that's just my opinion on it. It's sad to see. It was both sad to see both, and then back-to-back fights like that. It's sad to see Lewis another one should have laid his gloves down after that fight. Took Hokit to the second round, but I think, dude, Hokit could have finished him way earlier. I think he was kind of toying with him. I think he was kind of giving Lewis the benefit of the doubt. At one point, he tries to armbar him, and he doesn't know how to finish the armbar. It's like, it was kind of it almost was like a WWE match when you think about it, because Hokit, and we're going to put up the highlight right here, and you'll see, like, let's throw it up, like, and watch right here. Like, he grabs see, look, Hokit, he basically grabs his hand, and it's like, no, look, come here. And boom, 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 boom. Just like that. And once Derek went down this last time, that was kind of it. Like, I don't know. I just felt Hokit was toying with him. Hokit's good. Hokit's good now. Like, and he's got the seller. I wish Pereira would have won, and that way Hokit would have had something. I don't know if Hokit can beat Gane. Gane's a big man. But who's next for Hokit? Like, when you look at the divisional rankings and you go to the heavyweight, which I said it on the prediction show, we kind of all can agree that heavyweight is just probably one of the weaker divisions in the UFC. I mean, you got Gane, who's the interim champ. Aspinall is the champ, and Aspinall was on his couch sitting there saying that he's going to get ready for Gane, and he's been training. He's about to start training. You got Gane, you got Aspinall, you got Alexander Volkov, which I don't know, dude. I'm just not impressed with him. He's long, and I think that helps. But an older fighter, you got Sergio Pavlovich, Waldo Cortez Acosta, and you got Josh Hokit, and then Blades would be coming in. Just who does he fight next? Who do you have Hokit go up against? I don't like Waldo didn't look great. Do you have him fight Volkov? And dude, in the height differences, like you're talking about 7 foot almost, 6'7" for sure. Against a smaller Josh Hokit. Do you have him fight Sergio Pavlovich? Butchering your name, buddy. I just don't know what's next for Hokit. My point being, Pereira wins. I think he might jump up and have a title shot. And who's not going to want to see that? Shama to your mama. That's gold right there. That's gold. Pereira needed, and I kept thinking it too. I was like, Pereira wins this fight. It's gonna be him and Hokit, 3-4 months down the line, and that's gonna be a big draw. That's gonna be a big draw. Didn't happen. So we'll see where it goes. It's kind of heavyweight, just kind of just in shambles. Do you have Hokit just fight Gane now, or does Gane wait for Aspinall? Gane said in Paris. Aspinall said he'll be there. So we're gonna see. Like it's all this, the Eddie Hearn stuff, the wanting this, the wanting that, like. If UFC starts becoming like boxing, I'm going to be highly disappointed. Very, very, very disappointed. So let's keep moving on. Next, we got Sugar Sean O'Malley against Zahabi. And Zahabi really came out and he made people think that, hey, I might win. And dude, I tell you what, Sugar, I didn't know if I thought it was going decision. Not gonna lie, I had Sugar winning, but I thought it was easily going decision. Zahabi came out and he was doing this inner leg kick, and he just was kicking the shit out of. I mean, 2 rounds. They fought 2 rounds, 31 leg kicks, and he landed on 26 of them, and it was all inside kicks, like kicking the shit out of him, dude. But wasn't I mean, he threw a couple punches, but most of it wasn't really great. He had 56 total strikes. Landed 32. O'Malley had 81, landed 41. The leg kicks were the difference. O'Malley had that 7 body shots. He had 32 headshots compared to 6 for Zahabi. Now, whenever O'Malley just kind of started getting into the rhythm and the leg kicks and boom, and then he caught him, and then salute. He hit the walk-off salute on him. And let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and play that video. We got 2 videos, but watch the salute, which was awesome. Like and boop and woo woo. So let's run the next one real quick. Look, there we go. Run it. This is it. Boom. Drops him with the straight left, and then comes over with the overhand right, and just boom, pieces him down, dude. And I tell you what, O'Malley needed that. Sugar needed that. His confidence needed that. Sugar's a way better fighter when he's confident. Sugar's confidence goes down. Sugar's fighting level kind of goes down a little bit. He needed that knockout. It had been since Aljo 2023. Kept talking about it. And I think it's deflating for him. If he doesn't knock out Zahabi right there, that's a very, very deflating decision for him, at least. He needed that knockout. He needed that walk-off knockout. Zahabi had a good game plan. He come out, kick him. I'm gonna try to kick him. I'm trying to kick the shit out of him, and we're gonna see what it works. And Zahabi's a nice guy. He's a likable guy. Canadians. Just a likable guy. Everyone knew his skill set wasn't gonna match up to O'Malley's. He had kind of been overlooked, but it's kind of his fighting style. And DC and Rogan and them kind of alluded to that during the broadcast, that it's how he fights. It's just unorthodox. It's not flashy. It's just kind of like weird fighting thing, and it just doesn't draw many eyeballs. No matter how many he had won in a row. I mean, he's still 14-3. I mean, the kid can fight. The man is a beast, but it's just awkward to watch, So O'Malley gets back into the knockout column with that. What's next for O'Malley? Does he fight Jan? He's already beat Jan once. But does Merab get another shot at Jan? I mean, does Merab and O'Malley fight, or is that even worth going to fight? Like, what happens there? Bantamweight division's gonna be a banging division. I'm just interested to see, does now that O'Malley won, do they throw him right in there with Jan, or do they make Jan defend and then have O'Malley come, and O'Malley maybe needs to fight another fight? They both win, they both fight. I could see that. I could see him also saying, hey, come November this year, you gonna fight Peter Yan for the Bantamweight Championship. That would be it. I could see that, and hopefully. But you got to think, O'Malley fighting for the bantamweight, and they got the newcomer Tommy McMillan, who's out the same camp, Red Hawk Academy. He's bantamweight too. He's supposed to be having his next fight coming up soon. I'm not sure when. I have to double check that, but I'm a big Tommy McMillan fan. Tommy Guns, baby. Tommy Guns. All right, so moving on next, we had the big boys. We had Alex Pereira versus Ciryl Gane. And it just was an awkward-looking fight. Pereira just didn't look like himself in there to me. I didn't care for all the weight. I thought we kind of, Merrick had said it, Robbie had said it on the prediction show, that Gane was naturally going to be faster. Like, definitely going to be faster. He really was. I don't know if it was the weight that really slowed Pereira down. He looked fine on the mitts, during training sessions, from what I'd see. But in the 2 rounds, and it was stopped in minute 27 of the second round. Pereira only threw a total of 33 strikes. Gone threw 86, and even Gone out leg kicked him. Now I tell you what, I predicted that Pereira would head kick Gone, and I tell you what, the first couple minutes of the first round, Pereira almost landed a couple of those head kicks, and I was like, oh, but I figured he would use them. Kickboxer, like Gone is huge, dude. Gone is such a big man, and even when you put him up against Pereira, who's another big man, dude, Gone is like Pereira got a BBL, but Gone's a big back, dude. I mean, boom, bro, and it was fun to see, and this Gone's just so overrated sometimes, underrated sometimes, you know. And I said that on prediction show. Gone just lost me when he just didn't have no umph against Jones, and maybe that's what happens. Maybe he fights somebody else in the heavyweight that wrestles him down and just destroys him. But when we just looked at who the top of the division is, there is no wrestlers in there. They're all stand up. So, Gone could go on a run here. I mean, he was putting it on Aspinall, before the eye pokes. And everybody can say like this, oh, Aspinall was going to do this, Aspinall was going to do that. He was putting it on him. I think Aspinall was about to lose. I know eye pokes are serious. I know eye pokes are hurt. I know this and that and the other. But I don't know. I just didn't care how Aspinall, right from the beginning, I can't see. Like, the doctor's going to stop it. Now you had your eye surgeries. I don't know. I'd like to see Gone and Aspinall. That's going to be a big one. But what about Hokit? Hokit's your biggest draw right now. Like, nobody's paying to see these guys. They'll pay to see Pereira. They're not going to, they'll pay to see Aspinall. You do it in Paris, Gone, and Aspinall. You have to do it over the country. But you do it in New York, or you do it in the Apex, or you go ahead to the T-Mobile Arena. Like, I don't know if nobody's really interested in Volkov versus Gone, Waldo Acosta versus Gone, Sergio versus Gone. Hokit's your heavyweight draw. Hokit is your biggest heavyweight draw. He's got to be up there. I mean, just my opinion. I don't know. Let's watch Gone go ahead and knock out Pereira right here. And dude, Herb Dean didn't want to stop it. It's crazy. Look, boom. And he was already wobbly before this. Oh, big elbow, big left hand, big right hand, another right hand, and just constant. And once it was on, it was on. And I give it to Pereira. He got a chin on it. He tried to hang in there, and this is where it was the end. Bam! That fall back, that left hook to the chin, and that was just it, dude. That was it for Pereira. He was already on skates before that. I thought Dean could have stopped it. I haven't watched the slow-mo replay of anything. I know a lot of people are saying that Gone was like, he must have hit him to the back of the head a bunch of times. When I was watching the fight, I thought maybe a few times when they kind of showed the replay of the knockout, it kind of looked like he was hitting him more with an elbow to the side of the head. Herb Dean's one of the best in the business. It's a hard thing. I thought he gave Pereira every chance to recover, every chance to not get knocked out. And Gone just put his foot down on the gas and just went for it and knocked him out. And it was great. It was great to see. Not what he expected. Not on my bingo card whatsoever. But not gonna say it was lost on anyone. Because even Merrick, and we all picked Alex, but Merrick did make a great point about how Gone could give him a lot of trouble, and he did. He definitely did. And we just want to remind people real quick, just enjoy the little things. You got to enjoy them little things, like your cup of coffee in the morning. Now, let's get to it. The main event of the evening, the fight. I don't know about, it could be fight of the year so far. I mean, I don't know. We've had a couple bangers this year. I'm not one to really be like, oh, this fight better than that. It's a good fight. It's a great fight. And boy, this was a banger. When you look And in the first round, I believe Topuria had landed 39 shots, Justin had landed 37. It was like 62% from Topuria is like 72% in the second round he was landing. First round was kind of, I thought a fill him out round. Come to the end of that round, Topuria hits hard, dude. Like every time, you just a thud. I mean, oh, bro. Had him up against the fence. Second round, the body shots. And every time he would just, every single time, dude. Oh, dude, just thinking of the thud that I was hearing through the TV makes my body hurt. Like, boom. And then Topuria hits him with the left hook, and even DC said it's like with his right hand, he wasn't even making a fist. He's just trying to feint with it before he could come and smoke him with the left hook. And gosh, dude, that left to the body. And then after about the fifth 6-1, Justin just kind of and goes down. And I thought it was it. I thought Topuria was going to finish him right there in the round 2 at about a minute something left. Topuria he goes to get on mount, and whenever he tried to wrestle, I don't think he understood. Justin's a strong guy. You know what everyone says? I don't know, man. Justin's a strong guy, and he went down. And he tried to get control. He tried to top mount. He was going to just ground and pound, and it didn't work out. I think he was gassed by then. Like we already in round 2. This wasn't round 1. This was the end. This was 10 minutes into the fight. He thought maybe he could get him, and then he just laid on him. He laid on him, and they just basically just rolled out the last 20, 30 seconds of the round. Topuria was gassed. He comes out in the third round, and I knew it. I was like, dude, look at him. And then they started alluding to it on the actual broadcast of like, dude, he doesn't look the same. He doesn't look, he wasn't coming forward no more. He wasn't doing this. He wasn't doing that. Like, it was a completely different fighter. And I said this. It didn't come out, but I did say this. I said that this fight reminded me of the Hosmot and Strickland fight, where nobody was giving Strickland a chance, and Strickland kept saying, "I'm going to take him into deep waters, and we're going to see how he does." And Gaethje was basically saying the same thing. Hey, be prepared for a war. This first round, second round knockout shit that you're going to do ain't going to happen, dude. You better be ready for 3, 4, and 5. And Topuria wasn't. Now, fourth round. This is where it kind of got odd to me. This is where it kind of just, I was like, oh, I don't know. Like, maybe it's 2-2 going into the fifth. Third round, Justin starts stepping it up. Justin starts hurting him. Topuria even posted. He was like, hey, after the first round, couldn't see out my right eye. After the third round, couldn't see out my left eye. Justin was piecing him up, dude. He'd come over with his overhand right, and it was hitting every time. He would just stick his jab out there, and as Topuria would move forward, he would just belt him in the face with it. I mean, his face, like, show the picture of his face. Like, man, it was bad. It was bad. I don't think Topuria was ever beat up like that, and I think you could easily see the effect on him when it happened. And it just started getting worse and worse and worse, and you could see Justin's confidence just getting more and more and more, and he just stayed doing his thing. Into the third round, it's looking very bleak for Topuria. Now, come out round 4, and this is, I don't know if it was strategic on Topuria's corner to kind of give him a little bit more, because he was gassed, definitely was gassed. So after the third round, Doctor pretty much just says, I'm going to stop it, can't see, boom, boom. And then all of a sudden, he wasn't going to stop it. And then all of a sudden, it comes back, it's like, nah, I can't do it. And all of a sudden, like, no, they're going to fight. And I was like, oh. But it gave Topuria an extra minute or so of rest. You know, he's over there trying to drink a bottle of water. Referee's pulling it out of his hand. Think it might have been strategic on his corner's part to kind of, because they knew their fighter needed some rest, which, hey, more power to you, dude. More power to you. It was really just kind of weird to see. But it did help, because Topuria come out in round 4, he was a whole different fighter. He's moving forward a little bit, And this is where it went south for Topuria. He would have just stayed standing up. They had a minute something left in the round. In round 4, Topuria is pretty much going for it. He goes to take he takes Justin down, tries to get some ground and pound, or does Justin might have hip tossed him or did a little toss right there. And I think you had about a minute something left in the round. And Taporia, I believe, was going to try to ride it out right there and catch his breath. And he couldn't catch his breath. I think that was Taporia. Taporia ends up taking down Justin right there. And I thought he tries to top mount. He ends up not being able to. They get back to their feet. And once they got back to their feet, that was pretty much it for Taporia, I feel. He tries to shoot at Justin again, gives up on the takedown, and pretty much just goes into the fetal position, just hunched up, hunched up, hunched up, hunched up. And this is the shot that ended it. I guarantee you, he was already gassed. He couldn't do it. You got 10 seconds left in the round. And watch this. Like, look, 13, 12, 11, 10. And when Gaethje stands up right here and, you see the left elbow go down and like, he could barely get to the stool in his corner. Somebody in his corner saying, we're going to keep the fight. I don't know if the doctor would have let the fight happen. And both his eyes looked shut. There's no way it needed to be stopped. It probably needed to be stopped in the third round. Everybody don't want that. And Gaethje wins by KO. Gaethje wins by KO. Plus 600. Plus 600 underdog. He wins. Plus 380 underdog. He wins by knockout. Into the fourth round. No fifth round. It was a beautiful thing. It was a beautiful thing. Gaethje has cemented his legacy. And it was just such a great card. Now Topuria will be back. Topuria will be back. He will be better. Is there a rematch? Do we have a Gaethje-Topuria rematch? Might be great. I just know Topuria throws hard, dude. He's a problem. He's definitely a problem. But Gaethje's an animal. Gaethje's a wild boy, bro. You just, that stuff happens. And Gaethje is out there doing his thing, lighting it up. Now, what's next for Gaethje? I don't know. Who could it be? That's gonna. The lightweight division is one of the best divisions in the sport, and no matter who they decide, it's gonna be a banger. Gaethje. I don't know, but 10 out of 10 card. 10 out of 10. 10, 10, 10. 10 out of 10 card, dude. 7 fights, 7 knockouts, all what you want to see. Just a great show. Great show. That's all we can say about it. That's all we can really say about it. What a great night. On Sunday night, you had the NBA Finals, you had the Stanley Cup Finals, you got the World Cup going on, you got Freedom 250. Beautiful, beautiful weekend in sports. Knicks win the championship. Hurricanes win the Stanley Cup. U.S. wins 4-1 in their soccer game. And then the American Justin Gaethje goes out there and puts on an absolute clinic to finish it off on Sunday night. The only thing would have been better if the Saints would have been playing and put up 50. And we could have been like, wow, wow, wow. But man, what a card. Oh, man. And I don't know. I'm almost still speechless. We're here Tuesday morning recording this. Yesterday I was so tired. I wanted to do it yesterday, but after working all weekend and then trying to get the show up late Saturday because we had all kind of issues recording it on Tuesday, it was just a mess. It was just a mess. Just trying to look at the schedule. We've got the Meta Apex on June 20th. That's this Saturday coming up. Try to see. We got Manuel Kopp and Yoji Haraguchi. That's gonna be your main event. Flyweight. Kopp is 22-7. Haraguchi is 35-6. I haven't really looked at this card yet. This is my first time looking at it. Looks like a bunch of newcomers, possibly. Nobody that's really blowing anything out of the water. Few undefeated fighters coming up that are. It'll be interesting to see. You got Shane Collins 7-0. You got Bia Mesquita, she's 7-0. You got Mortazali Makarov, he's 10-0. Andre Lima is 11-0. So looks like it's gonna be a good card. Navajo Sterling is 9-0. Yeah, I mean, this will possibly be an underrated card, very underrated card, honestly. Not a lot of big names. People weren't going to be paying probably that much attention to it. But you might want to, because just kind of eyeballing through this right here, you could have a banger card here. You could really have a banger card. And we'll save that. We're probably not going to do an episode on that. We got some other things that we want to, we got to get out the way. And we'll probably be back with another prediction show, working on some guests for July 11th for the Holloway and McGregor 2. And that's how we're going to leave y'all. Thank y'all for joining us again. It's been one hell of a weekend. Y'all make sure that any real estate things, our sponsor, Ravi Shate, owner of RS Realty Group and RS Appraisal Services, LLC. His info will be right here. You need anything with real estate, you need something appraised, you might want to talk about something. Ravi's your guy. He's one of the best in the city of New Orleans. Top 3, probably top 1, maybe top 5. He's one of the best, though. He's definitely worth it. Give him a call. July 11th prediction video. McGregor Holloway 2. In between those, you got a fight night, Fizzup and Taurus. And that's pretty much it. You got these 2 cards here. And then we have McGregor and Holloway. And that's how we're going to leave you guys. Thank you for joining us. What a great show. Great reaction video. And we're going to leave you with this. We're going to leave you with about, like I said, I might get dinged. I might not. I don't know. I really don't care. We're putting it up anyway. 1:15 of McGregor and Holloway and their kind of press conference right here. But thank y'all for watching episode 10 of The Meatsy Show. We'll be back next week doing something with somebody. Peace.
We're going to see. We're going to see now.
Brother, this is not his last fight. I'm going to go there. July 11th. I'm going to handle business. We're going to have a rematch at the end of the year.
July 11th can't come soon enough.
I'm gonna be 1-0 against them, and then we're gonna rematch at the end of the year. That's what's gonna happen.
That's the prediction.
Do you know Joe, if Seth Biden listened to people claim this man to be the number 1 pound-for-pound featherweight of all time when I sunned him at that weight? Do you know that I've listened to people throughout the years say they were only kids back then? Well, sorry, Holloway was only a kid back then. And I was not when myself and Max faced for the first time. Max had his 6th UFC fight.
I both was kids, brother. But I also, did you know, Joe, that he did say that he was going to strike with me the whole time, but he got injured in the fight off of a takedown.
In Boston.
Did you know that? Did you know that we're talking about the best box in UFC, but then he turned into a wrestler in our fight?
I don't
know if you knew that.
And it's the
Connor, you remember you shot Connor.
They pocket watching like okay. They trading on me like okay. The bitch I'm with go both ways. Okay, okay, okay.